The Daily Compliance News for September 25th, 2025, the Learning a Trump Business Lesson edition. This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is the only daily podcast which curates 4 top compliance, ethics, and/or corruption stories for your listening and viewing pleasure if you're watching this on YouTube. Our first story comes to us from the New York Times, and it reports that Bob Iger learned a very important business lesson as Jimmy Kimmel returned to the television stage last night, that you can't simply be a yes man to the president because 3/4 of the country will object to your decision. And so Disney and ABC had to back down and allow the comedian to return. It had been Iger's call to sideline Kimmel, a decision that he now rues as he tried to kiss up to the president. Next up, from Reuters, the Department of Justice says the Bank of America Securities has resolved a criminal investigation involving 2 former employees who allegedly placed phony spoof trades to try to influence the Treasury market. As a part of the resolution, the DOJ declined to prosecute Bank of America Securities, and the entity agreed to disgorge approximately $1.96 million and contribute another $3.6 million to a victim compensation fund. Next up, from the Financial Times, Jaguar learned a very painful lesson about the cost of cyber attacks when you don't have insurance, as it didn't have insurance for the massive attack that hit it last week, and it will have to shoulder the full bill from a damaging cyber attack that could end up costing the car maker billions of pounds in lost revenue and profits. The car maker suffered mounting losses after the attack forced it to shut down its systems and factory on September 1. The company's suppliers and dealers fear production in the UK may not come back for months. So get some cyber insurance. And our final story comes to us from the New York Times, which reports that Germany is wooing Indian workers who've been spooked by the $100,000 cost for visas. This is exactly what Matt Kelly predicted on our most recent episode of Radical Compliance, and Slate magazine talked about European countries and even Canada are literally salivating at the thought of these very high-skilled tech workers working in their countries because of the inane $100,000 H-1B visa requirement that's been put in place by the Trump administration. So the Trump administration picks racism over the U.S. economy once again. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.